Boink! Hi, I'm Beck Lane, and this is Catalyst & Company. Catalyst & Company, where we're catalysts in each other's lives as well as our own, and we work at being the artists we've always wanted to be. Cheers! Clink, clink. That is a habit I have with people I'm dining with. Dining. We go out for coffee. We clink. We get a donut. Clink. We actually eat a meal. It's clink. It's homemade. Clink. We clink glasses and we cheer each other. And I like to say things. I like to acknowledge our time, our friendship, our relationships, new beginnings, whatever, with a toast to the moment. Just to the moment, to our shared friend, to our friendships, to new beginnings, to love, to whatever, and we clink, and to good food, and to sharing time. So clink to you, clink, clink. I've been doing it forever. I love doing it. It's just puts an exclamation point on the moment. But anyway, so here we are in really horrible, difficult times. Where we're being, run roughshod. And for me, I know it's been really, really, really hard. I spent probably 3-4 months paralyzed and trying really hard to just get through every single day. And then something happened where I kind of came out of it a little bit. And then I go through days like I did this weekend. I spent 3 or 4 days just kind of trying really hard to function. And then I came out of that. And I mention it because I know everybody's going through it. Well, everybody who isn't, a bootlicker is going through it. But what I think about right now in this time is our artists who continue to create work despite the times they were living in, despite war, despite rebellion, despite having all these dangers and just all these awful things going on that you can't control around you. And one thing we've talked about over the past, since 2013, so it's been 12 years, almost 13 years, we've been doing this, is, we've talked about difficult times, because I've always almost made it into that celebrity stratosphere 800 times, and then something goes whoop and the rug gets pulled out from underneath me. And I hate anybody experiencing that. I hate people knowing what that's like. Now it feels like the whole world knows what it's like. And it's awful to have the rug pulled out from underneath you, but this is where we are. So I think about artists like Frida Kahlo. She seemingly had a charmed life. She had a difficult life. She had a really difficult life. Between her initial injuries in that accident, I mean, she was impaled through the vagina. She was impaled. She was bedbound. She broke almost every bone in her body. So she was fighting a war. Her spirit was fighting a war with her body. And she created. I think about so many artists. Kusama, my favorites. I always fall back on Frida and Kusama. Kusama, she, left Japan to go to New York so that she could become the artist she wanted to be, and ended up being suffocated in an white male-dominated culture where she could barely get a toe in the door. And when she did, it was white men going, "Oh, you're so cute," because she's, a little Japanese woman. And then her story continues from there, where she went home to Japan and was feeling suffocated. And here we are at the end where she struggled, and in 2012 she just exploded all over the world. She exploded in Japan before that. She's a jewel of Japan. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. Kusama. But I also think about the artist Seraphine. Seraphine was an artist, World War One. There's a, I can't say I'm a Seraphine historian. I saw a movie about her, and I fell in love with her story. Yeah, she went nuts in the end and insisted that she had married Jesus, and gave away all the wedding gifts. It was her silverware and stuff. But this woman produced artwork in the middle of a raging war. There were bombs falling all around her. And she found ways to make her own paint and to continue to create. She couldn't help it. She could not help it. And so it's artists like these that I look to and I go, oh, okay, I'm not that far off base, I guess. Although I don't feel the need to have anybody's validation for anything I'm doing. It still is helpful, especially seeing women, because women, we're always on the lowest rung. But then we go through, here in the United States, we go through nationalities and like the rungs get lower and lower, but there's that subcategory of being a woman, But we are also the ones, women are also the ones that somehow always find a way. Always find a way. I guess I'll end that thought there. We have to. We have no choice. We find a way to persist. We'll end it there. So anyway, I have this energy back that I haven't had in a very long time. In a very, very long time. So I have some energy. I have clarity of thought because the infections have subsided. And I have a million things that I need to attend to that I let go by the side of the road, like the YouTube channel, but also my website. It needs updating, and that's a daunting task, but not as daunted right now. Website needs to be tended to. YouTube, Facebook I've been doing a lot on. Instagram I've done less on. TeePublic I haven't updated in a couple of years. Patreon I've done nothing on. And I'm really grateful for anyone that's still on Patreon, because that's paid my phone bill. Even though I posted nothing in months. So I'm going through my link tree and I'm kind of updating it and reorganizing things. And as I was going through, I realized, holy shit, I've done a ton of interviews. Or not a ton, but I've done a whole bunch of interviews. And I'm trying to figure out which ones to leave up and which to take out. But I just did an interview with Chasing Galleries, which is my gallery, but I did it with their social media, new social media manager, James. We did an interview and it went really well, but I'm like, oh, I did that artist talk back, I don't remember when it was. Let's see. When did we do that? Sorry, just want to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to put everything chronologically. Oop, there's everybody. We did that too. We did the artist talk 2 years ago at Luxau Gallery. And P.S. that was the single best show I've had here in wherever I am, Sarasota. And this was so cool. People showed up. Yeah, this is up on YouTube, my artist talk. Oh, there's my friend Jack. There's a bunch of friends of mine. So, uh, those people were terrific. They brought me a plant, and they asked if they could bring me something for my birthday. And I said, pie is always good. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, Mia. That's Mia Dean. She's the one who interviewed me. Anyway, I'm going through Linktree. Shut that off. I'm going through Linktree and I'm kind of reorganizing. And I want to leave all these interviews up because I'm like, Jesus, I've done quite a few interviews. But I think we're going to have to just shut some of them off. And if you don't use Linktree, where have you been? This is fantastic because it's a gateway. I use it on Facebook and Instagram as a way for people to be able to find me. They can find my, in my bios, they can find my website. They can find this channel. They can find whatever it is they're looking for. There's Avenue of Art. That was pretty. I have an interview in there too. I think this takes me to the website. Sorry, I hadn't planned this out really well. This is Avenue of Art. This was all destroyed by the city. Oh. Because Ron DeSantis's declaration that we needed to remove rainbow crosswalks, it was extended to Avenue of Art, which was the largest collection of sidewalk art, and probably, if not in the United States, the entire world. We had over 300 illustrations. I contributed 11. This is me on the news, painting. And you know what? I'm kind of babbling, but I also don't care. It's kind of annoying, I know, but I gave that to a girl. I gave that to someone in Georgia, those pants. Because they got so big on me. Anyway, yeah, that's a woman from Tampa 10. So I'm going through my Linktree and I'm organizing and reorganizing everything. I'm trying to find out, what is the most important. But what's helping me is like, oh my God, I've forgotten that I did all this stuff, that I accomplished these things. And that's part of the reason I wanted to turn on the camera. Now's a really good time to go through and organize websites, organize whatever it is that you have, maybe expand on it, keeping not just your mind busy, but your spirit alive, remembering all the things that you've done, all your accomplishments. Because, yeah, we're in the Wild West and it's on fire and very scary. But look at we've accomplished quite a bit over the last 12 years together. So let's not forget to celebrate it. Because it'll help us stay grounded. Oh, this Linktree, it needs to be organized so badly. But then it's opening up a rabbit hole of my website. I'll show you something. Sorry, I'm babbling. I'm just trying to hopefully build connection for you. Connection and inspiration for doing things. I've still got 2024 up here. I won 2 awards in 2024. I went to the Hambidge Center for the Arts and Sciences 1 year ago, almost a year ago. And I've got those up, but I don't have anything new. So it's a good time to dig in, rethink things. And also I've been posting a lot more on Facebook, kind of away from Instagram and the other sites, more towards Facebook because that's where the community is, and sharing and resharing and hopefully encouraging other people to find some amount of hope in themselves and what they do. Again, it feels really frivolous and superfluous, but we have to find ways to encourage each other to not give up, not go down that doom rabbit hole that we have a tendency to do. I know that I will doom scroll for hours, and I'm not looking for doom. I am looking for a singular, just a singular message of hope and strength, and that just a singular message that maybe we're not going to be okay the way we were, but we're going to make it through, and we are going to make it through. We are going to make it through. One way or another, we are going to make it through this, because evil and horrible people do not hold power forever. They don't. So in the meantime, let's find the strength in ourselves. I mean, I'm sorry, it's so cliche. Let's just do the best we can. And again, don't forget to reward yourself for doing the best you can. But the nice thing is, we do the best we can, and that has ripple effects. Just like the horrible coming down, that has massive, dark ripple effects. We do the best we can. We bring, cliche again, light to the world, to the person that is stuck doom scrolling for hours or days or weeks, stuck in bed, crippled. We bring our light to the situation. And who knows what we can spark in others and begin a ripple effect. So many people have been, I've been going to protests. I do all these things, do different things. And we think it's never going to have an effect. It is having an effect. It is having an effect. I have a friend who is an ex-FBI agent who has a friend in the FBI now who keeps her updated on bad things coming out of DC, but also the effects that we are having. By pushing back. And by pushing back, I don't mean necessarily, going to an ice facility dressed as a frog and having a dance party, or, screaming at people in the streets, which I've done. I mean, I've yelled at whole bunch of fucking Proud Boys, and I think they're failures. So they're failures as human beings. So yeah, I've done that. And now is the time for quiet strength and to just show up. And showing up can mean protests, which we're having this weekend. Showing up can mean this. Just creating and presenting your life as though it will not be destroyed. You won't allow it, I guess. Presenting. Okay, I'm really babbly now. As I'm thinking my way through, thank you again for the therapy session. But in creating work, in maintaining our websites, our social media, in presenting ourselves, we are actually telling the oppressive forces, we're stronger than you. We're stronger than you. Even if we don't feel like it, we are stronger than you. Even if we don't feel like it all the time, we are stronger than them. All right, and I'm going to shut up because I really just don't have a point here, except for anyone that is feeling despondent and you're seeing all these videos about ICE and the brutality that these people are inflicting on our neighborhoods, on our communities, on people we don't know. One thing, there are way more of us than there are of them. There are way more of us than there are of them. There are millions, and I've been saying this on Facebook, but I guess I'll say it here. There are millions, millions and millions and millions and millions of Americans who are not going along with this terrible, this incomprehensibly terrible, nightmarish nightmare. So when we're looking at videos of 12 failed human beings with masks on or just their t-shirts, you know, claiming to arrest somebody, when we see that, I see men who are cowards and failures at life that have no other avenue. Meanwhile, they're surrounded by sometimes a small crowd or a dozen people or hundreds of people or millions, thousands, millions of people who aren't accepting this. All right, I'm going to stop. There are way more of us than there are of them. When it comes out of the White House, we're sending 200 troops to Utah. We're sending 200 troops to Oregon. We're sending, do the math on that. I keep saying this on different social media and all kinds of conversations. Do the math on that. $200 people, 200 failed men, all dressed up in plain military thugs. 200 men showing up to a population of 500,000. Even if half that population is like, yay, we love this, we love the violence, we love the hatred, that still leaves about 250,000 people. And let's say half of that half, let's say 1/4 of the people are just so angry and angry at seeing their rights being taken away and others' rights being taken away. Let's say 1/4 of that population has had enough, has had it. That's 250,000 people against 200. It's kind of astonishing. So when you're thinking about, when you're seeing all these reels and you're getting worked up and you're getting sad and you're getting angry and you're just like, I don't know what to do with this. We have several things we can do. We can do our artwork. We can maintain our presence online. We can encourage others to act in whatever capacity they can, and remind people to do the math. All right, I guess that's it. I really came in with no plan, and I followed that non-planny plan. So I'm going to get back to maintaining this. I guess I've got so many things going on, and I have none of them up. So I'm going to do that, and that'll be my middle finger to the powers that be for today, I think, or for a while. It's going to be, you can't have me. My big you can't have me moment, and you haven't crushed me yet. You haven't crushed me, period. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Smile and teeth and coffee. Cheers. And ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Boink.